Hello everybody, it's Donna. Welcome back to the Playroom. Today is Friday. It is another Cards and Cocktails episode. My cocktail tonight, or my preferred beverage, is just a simple glass of red wine. I will have a couple of sips and I will add ginger ale to it because, just because. So I'm making a Mother's Day card. I know it's like June and I know Mother's Day is over, but that's okay because there was a specific reason I wanted to make this card. I am using a piece of napkin that has been ironed onto freezer paper, so it's more stiffer. It's just more like paper, so it's easier to cut. This is my last piece I had of this one. Not that I couldn't get any more. I did a whole bunch of them up at one time, but this was one of my favorites, and this was my last piece, and it was just big enough for a 5x7 card, so I'm going to utilize this. There are many videos online on how to iron this onto freezer paper. Maybe someday I'll do one, but it's pretty simple. And I know I showed them in a video, the ones that I had already done, so they're sitting there ready to use for something. So I'm going to use this one today. I'm going to be using a piece of cardstock. This is a new one, Stampin' Up! Colors. I have no clue what color it is, but it's one of the new 2025-2027 in colors, just as the card base. So this is going to be, or it is, 10 inches by 7 inches, scored on the long side at 5 to make it a 5x7 card. On the outside of the card, I just typed this up on Canva. You could have just used any word processing. You didn't need to use Canva, but because I'm getting more and more familiar with Canva, I just found it easier to find the fonts that I wanted. I wanted simply to say Mother. I die cut this out just using a simple oval die set and scallop die set. This is from Stampin' Up, but they are old. They're I was going to say expired, not expired, but what's the word? Discontinued. But you might have something in your stash. You could also just draw around it, maybe make it a square. I know my cards sometimes are a little bit unconventional. I know a lot of people use a lot of stamps and dies, but sometimes they want things that are different, or maybe you don't have all those fancy stamps and dies and everything else. The inside of the card, I made a little poem up. No, I didn't write the poem. I had ChatGPT write the poem up for me. It says, "Your love, a gentle guiding light, a warmth that makes everything right. In every bloom and every part, you hold a special place in my heart. Today and always, I cherish you with endless gratitude and love so true." So, I mean, it's kind of, it's cute. I mean, considering I didn't write it, and it rhymes. So, I'm going to use some bling just for the front of the card. I just took something out of my stash. I think that just for on the sentiment part. Then I wanted something for the inside on the card. I wanted to print, or not print, but put something right here. So I, of course, went on to the internet and went into my stash that I already had on my files of digitals. I know I wanted a flower. I wanted it to match. If I had another piece of this, I would have cut out one and just used that, but I did not have that. So I printed off this one first. It's on clear sticker paper, so there's the white part you're not going to see. It's going to be gone. I printed these off. I could die cut them out on my on my Scan and Cut, Brother Scan and Cut. I have a very old machine, but it works just fine, so that's fine with me. But I found they were a little bit too big, so I found the same person. This is from Create with Scrumping Mummy, one of her digitals. This digital is free for monthly subscribers. So if you are a monthly subscriber, she has, it's so cheap. It wouldn't even make sense not to subscribe because there's so much on her site alone that I can grab, and that's what I just did. I grabbed this too. This isn't something new. I don't know when she put it out, but I just grabbed it today because, of course, I'm a monthly subscriber, so it was free. But the first time I printed it out, it was too big. Long story short, I just felt these flowers even if I put it off the side, I'd have to cut it, and I didn't know if I want to cut it. So I found another one that I printed 2 per page instead, and cut them out on my Scan and Cut. And I picked a different one only because this one was really big, and I thought maybe if I put 2 per page, it might be the right size, because I was afraid these ones might be too small. As it turns out, I still think that's way too big, and I'm probably going to go with one of these ones. So I'm going to put these ones all away. They will go into an envelope I have, or my storage solution, I guess, for what do you call these things? Digital fussy cuts. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. So because I printed on clear sticker paper, I did that on purpose. I can't believe how vibrant it looks on that sticker paper. It is glossy, but for a card or whatever, I don't really care. I tested it on this book page because I like being able to see the writing through the images. Now it is glossy. I don't know if it comes in and it's less glossy than that, but I mean, if you're working on something else, I know matte medium would tone it down a little bit, but for my purposes, I was quite all right with that. Okay, I just had a little interruption there. Family calls. But I'm using Tombow Mono for the same reason as I usually do, because it gives more wiggle room. I don't have much left in here, so I might have to switch to art glitter glue. I'm hoping that, because this is paper, that usually I use art glitter glue, but I'm thinking this will be fine. I can also use like tape runner or something, but I'm not a tape runner person. So once you have, this was a very easy card to put together. It came together quickly. Last week's card for me took me a lot of time and effort to actually get it to the point where I liked it. This one came together really quickly, partly because I already had the napkin onto the freezer paper. Oops. Now, freezer paper in Canada, anyways, is very expensive because I can't find it anywhere, not in any retailer, anyways. I bought it on Amazon. It actually came up from the States. It was incredibly expensive. So I cherish it, but the only thing I use it for was for this. And it does stick really well to it. Yeah, that went down quite nicely. Now, I wonder if I should have put a ribbon around it. I think that would be nice. Maybe I could put a ribbon underneath. I wish I'd put a ribbon on before I glued it down. No, I'm not going to pull it back up. I gotta think about this. Okay, yeah, I decided not to put any ribbon on there. I wish I had put something on before, but that's okay. I'm just going to pop this up because I'm actually thinking maybe, as I usually do when I'm putting something together, that might look cute to have maybe some little like greenery sprigs underneath it, but I don't have anything prepared for that. But by popping it up means I'll have the space too. Okay, so that's the card for today. I was going to add some kind of sprigs or something around underneath, but I just couldn't make up my mind, so I'm just going to leave it plain like that. And the inside turned out fine with the little flower, clear flower there, but because it's white behind, you don't really see that it's clear, but you also don't see any white marks when you're cutting it out. So that is it for this Friday, and we will catch you very soon.